So, hi.
For you like always.
And stuff. I'm pretty sure now y'all can hear us. Can I hit that, please? The cigarette. Yeah, let me hit it. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't want to go through trying to get a cigarette. I just wanted to hit one real quick. So, now, hello. Want to hop right into this and try to get, a little insight and background. So, for those of you who do not know me or do not remember.
Big background. No little background here. It's big background. Thank you very much. I had to say that.
You had to say that. So, I am Kid the Goddess. Welcome to my channel. I've been hitting around with trying to get an interview on here for a while, and today I was approached with actually someone who had something to say. So, without further ado, you've met Mr. Truth Proof here, and we're gonna hop into a few questions. I was posed to ask 3 questions. So, with that being said, we're going to turn the interview over to Mr. Moore.
All you got to do is ask me.
Please hold all comments to the end. Let's get into this. Let's unpack it. First, I would like to put a disclaimer out. Cussing, possible drug use, acknowledgments of what y'all would deem paraphernalia may all be visuals. With that being said, don't shut me down. I'm grown as hell. My nickname is Kid, not me. Okay, he's a grown man, so we are fully consensual at what we do. With that being said, let's get into this. First off, how you doing, Mr. Moore? I'd like to thank you to my channel.
Ain't no age limit on real.
That's a direct quote, people. So, as y'all all know, if you follow me on social media, you know that I am working a hashtag, withhold the vote. Hashtag it, Google it. With that being said, let me explain that before we get into this. Withhold the vote. Through some previous conversations with several people, including Mr. Moore himself, we've come to a conclusion and consensus that a lot of things within our political society aren't really changing or for the better. And with that being said, they're also not geared more to us. With that being, kind of hard to make rules for people that were only considered a crop. You know what I mean? But using hashtag the vote, let me get into this first question with Mr. Moore. So Mr. Moore, again, using hashtag withhold the vote, how would you change the political world? Given the fact that you're not actually in the political world, what information do you feel that you could give our public and our viewers about the policies that you would like to see changing or would like to see brought about in this world in your lifetime?
I would even start with that thing by saying that I'm not in the political world. Like, that's got to get defined. Like, I don't feel like before anybody can move on, I would believe that that's got to get defined.
Okay, so how would you define it?
You see what I'm saying? Like, being in the political world, I think I'm in it too. So someone to say that I'm not, or everyone to constantly believe that they're not and keep going with that thought.
Okay, so what you saying is that you
I would be ready to answer.
Then with that, let me explain. So when I say not in the political world or realm, what I mean for that is, are you down at City Hall? Are you in the protests? Are you going to any of the rallies that speak out against some of the abominations within the government here in just our city of Cincinnati alone? Are you writing letters? I'm not saying campaigning per se, but
all of that stuff that's what I'm saying. Like letters and stuff. Where are they trying to get to? Did they reach their destination, or
no? That's just to define your affiliation within the political. My question to you remains: is how would you change anything, given that you're technically at this point you're not inside a political realm, but you're a person with interest, and it bothers you, and you would like to. What would you do to get inside of the realm to actually make an efficient change in politics?
Make it a way so you can get in there. It shouldn't be
such as
like you opened up the gates of heaven to get inside of a politician thing. But I'm saying, like, you don't have to literally be in there just by you voting. It should be a connection. But this is how I see it, like an umbilical cord. If it's, you know what I mean? If you, whatever side you from, the belly or the, you know what I'm saying? It's like an umbilical cord, just like you saying I'm in it. So they cut the cord. I'm just speaking on umbilical cord times. When your statement said that, oh, you know what I mean? The umbilical cord is between the voter and the politician.
Not if I know what you mean. Make them understand you.
I'm talking to you and them.
Or talk to them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like an umbilical cord to me. That's just like you asked, like, I'm not. And most people assuming that they're not a part of it. So why are they voting then? So they should be making that connection. Again, the connection should be getting closer. Like, after all that time, it hasn't moved, as I said.
Okay.
As I call that a starting line. Or as I said, you're drowning. You're back here. The starting line is right here. You're about to drown.
Okay, let me see if I can redirect you back. So, okay. Again, the question is saying, what would you do? I'll simplify it. I'll oversimplify for you. As a black man in 2022, what would you personally do, Mr. Moore, to get your opinions and or itinerary effaced in the world with the politics that we have now, given that mostly every one of the politicians are collectively about 100 years old, no shots thrown realistically.
Okay, here we go.
And a majority of the ones that are in there that are around our ages and stuff have already been, what's the word you use, indoctrinated to have an already preset belief. So aside from all of that, what would you do to change anything within politics as a black man in 2022 today?
Oh yeah, I'll make like a little simple change. Like, for one, like I said, it wouldn't be a politician or somebody you vote for. You would vote for a policy. You know what I'm saying? That would be on the table. The policy would be on the table.
Such as?
You know what I mean? Such as a proposal on what the policy is supposed to be, not the person carrying out the policy and then another person trying to carry the policy. That's it. Policy.
Okay.
Just the little papers is right there on the table. It's been sitting there.
So, okay. We'll take that. An exchange of,
you know what
instead
I mean?
of like, voting for a political person.
It's like the piece of paper right there. The policy is on the table, and what happened to the paper? Did some coffee get spilled on it? It's a proposal, right? Take care of it. But that's not happening. That's why you got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So let's move into our next question, shall we? Given your stance on literally everything and concise, exactly.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
How do you see the world for yourself going forward?
For me,
at your age right now, moving forward in your life.
Yeah. I see.
How do you see it?
I see me, but it's got to include others, because you got to pass the torch.
Understandably. Are you a
gotta
father?
Pass the torch. Yeah, passing the torch.
If I can ask, you have a daughter or son?
I have a daughter.
Okay, so what would you like to say, or what views would you like to give your daughter, and would you like to shout her out?
Oh yeah, it's the A&M of man.
Okay.
Panda.
Hi Panda. So going forward, if you were to sit down and have a conversation with your child, what is, say, 3 things you would like for her to know about you going forward?
About me?
Yes, about you.
In life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right about that. Like, I would share, like, it would be steps she would have to take. Even though it would be steps that I took, she would have to take.
Can you give complete
examples? She would have
examples?
to take similar steps. So, within explaining about her, it would be in the same. With explaining about my steps that I would take, it would be in the same notion explaining about hers.
Such as?
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you just spoke on it. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, I I would tell her like 3 different things. Like the 3 topics I would choose is how to treat people versus them treating her, and how she views herself.
Okay.
That would be the main things I think she would be able to maneuver with those things right there. Yeah.
So to reiterate, you're saying that she would be able to
Be careful for, but it goes both ways. Like her treating of someone's treating of her. You know what I'm saying? Her insight of the world, what another person's insight is. Trying to, you know what I mean? Sometimes you may have to reveal your way. Both parties may be fearful of revealing their way because they might not think they agree, and I think it shouldn't be like that.
Okay.
They should be able to state their clauses freely.
Okay, well, we're going to hop right into this last question. Keep the party train rolling because, we want to keep you guys focused and interested, and we want to give you guys a chance to ask your own questions and give us a little feedback here. So, all right, Mr. Moore, relationships was the last part of this. So, given your ideology, first, I feel like I need to ask a couple of questions. Do you have a significant other? Are you a single man?
Oh, yes, I have a very great woman.
Okay, so he's not
I
single,
have a
ladies.
very great goddess.
Okay, well, he's
Yes,
not single,
she's
apparently.
Unlimited of great names.
Okay, so
It fits her.
how does your woman, or a wife, woman, girlfriend, baby mama, what?
You said what?
I said wife, girlfriend,
Uh,
baby mama.
Everything. She's my everything. There is no title because I don't like the holding it down. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, holding it down's good, in that way, but I mean, suppressing something. You know what I mean? Because it could be called multiple titles, multiple actions. Like all of those titles, which one actions are you carrying out? So, I like to think people pick and choose, and not let you know what, you know what I mean? Be clear on what you choosing and what you not. You know what I mean? Set them apart.
Okay, so with that spirit, how does she feel about your views? About,
I mean, no offense, but I mean, I know, but I don't know. And
have
that's
you
what I'm
ever
talking
actually,
about.
have
Like,
y'all
it
just
should
sat
be-
down and discussed it?
People should be freely being able to express that. But if they're not, then we go again, why not? Instead of just, I can't express it. We can. You see, you know what I mean? You talking about yourself, hey, I can't express it. You observe others, they can't express it. Instead of a whole bunch of that. Why can't they express it? It should be able to get past it. Yeah.
So, alrighty. What we have come up with is, first, before we close this out, is there anything else you would like to say to our general or audience?
Yeah. And, everything we just explained, that goes for everything. You know what I mean? Whatever the situation is, handle it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that concludes this episode of Kid the Goddesses Bed Talk. We hope that you tune in with us. We hope we didn't lose you too much. Thank you all. Feel free to leave comments. We definitely appreciate it. And again,
Questions and answers, Q&A.
Any question asked will definitely be answered. So thank you all again for your participation. There will be
Q or A? Q&A on the day.
I'm
Which
the
one are
goddess.
you?
This is True Proof. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming.